Hello students, welcome to the fifth lecture on the lecture series on averages. So in this lecture, what we will be doing is we will be covering some previous year questions. So let's go forward with this lecture. So we will be covering previous year questions. Okay. So let's see problem number 1. What it brings us to us. Okay. So the average monthly income of A and B is 15,050 rupees. Okay. So the average monthly income of B and C is what? 15,350. That is what given to us. And the average income of A and C is 15,200. Okay. Then the monthly income of A is what? Is it 15,900? It is 15. Is it 15,200? 15,500? Or it is 14,900? We'll see. Okay. So this question has been appeared in SSC Sub Inspector Exam 2016 paper. Okay. So let's go forward with the solution. So given that sum of monthly income of A plus B is equal to what? This is equal to 15,000, 15 to 2. It is 15,050 into 2, right? And sum of monthly income of B plus C is equal to what? Is equal to 15,350 into 2, right? And this is equal to, that is the sum of monthly income of A and B is equal to what? 15,200 into 2, right? So this is how we got this value, that is 30,400, 30,700, 30,100 for the sum of monthly income of A plus B, B plus C and A plus B respectively. Okay, so let's go forward. So subtracting equation 1 from 2. Okay, so B plus C minus A plus B. Okay, whole minus A plus B is equal to what? B plus C minus of A minus of B is equal to 30,700 minus 30,100. So C minus A is equal to 600 rupees. Okay. So C plus A is equal to 30,400, right? So subtracting equation 5. So this is equation 5 and this is 4, right? So subtracting equation 5 from 4. Okay, what we are left with is C minus A minus of C minus of A. Okay. So it will be 600 minus 30,400. So minus 2 is equal to what? 29,800. So A will be 29,800 by 2, that is equal to nothing but 14,900. Okay. So the monthly income of A is this 15,000, 14,000 and 900. This is the only correct answer here. These are all wrong solutions. Okay. Wrong answers. So this is the correct answer. So let's see problem number 2. So the average of 9 observations was found to be 35. Okay, so the cumulative count will be, so cumulative count is equal to 35 into 9, right? So later on it was decided that an observation 81 was misread as 18 and the correct average of the observation is it 28, 42, 45 or 32? Okay. So average of 9 observation was 35 given. Okay. Later it was decided that the observation 81 was misread as 18. Okay. So if there are 9 observations, let's say those observations as A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus dot 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 plus A9, right? So this by 9 is equal to what? 35. This was what recorded. Okay. Then it was later found out that one of these is 81. Okay. So let's say A9 was 81. Let A9 is equal to 81. Okay. So it will be replaced by now 18, right? So no, it was read as 18, but it was actually 81. Okay. So let's add 18 here. Okay. So A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus dot 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 A8 plus 18. Okay. Whole by 9 is equal to 35 was given. Okay. So this implies that how much will be the average of the 8 other than that 18? Okay. So it will be A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus dot 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 plus A8. We can also write this as by 9 plus what? 18 by 9 is equal to 2 is equal to 35. So this number in the LHS will be A1 plus A2 plus A8 by 9 is equal to what? 33, right? So this is what 33 is. We want to calculate what? We want to calculate A1 plus A2 plus dot 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 plus A8 plus 81 whole by 9. We want to calculate this. Okay, so the correct observation, the correct average of the observation will be what? So this is equal to what? So this implies that A1 plus A2 plus dot 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 plus A8 by 9 plus 9 is equal to what we want to calculate, right? But just observe here that we have actually found out this term, right? Okay, so we have this term right here. Okay, so this implies that, so this will be what? So this was 33, then plus 9, so it will be equal to what? 42, right? So the correct average will be, correct average of the observation will be 42. Okay, so 42 will be the correct answer. So among these, B is the correct option, that is 42. 45 is wrong, 32 is wrong, 28 is wrong. Okay, so the only correct answer is 42. So let's see problem number 2. So the average of, okay, let's go forward with the step-by-step solution. So average of 9 observation is equal to 35. So total 9 into 35 is equal to 315 number of cumulative count. Okay, so misread difference was what? It was 81 minus 18, right? That is equal to 63. So 63 was the difference. Okay, so the new total is equal to 315 plus 63 is equal to 378. So the average will be 378 by 9 is equal to 42. Okay, so this is done by method 2. So this is method, we can find out the same using the cumulative count. Okay, and using the misread difference. Okay, this is how we can get the answer with method 2. So this is what we have done in method 1. Okay, so this is a very fundamental method. So you can also use this one or that one. Okay, it depends. So let's go forward with problem number 3, right? So the average marks obtained by a class of 60 students is 65. So the cumulative marks is equal to 65 into 60, right? So the average marks of the half of the students is found to be 85. Okay, so average marks of half of the students was 85. So the average marks of the remaining students is what? Okay, so total 60 students were there. So 30 into 85 is the cumulative count of half students. Half students, right? So let's get an overview how to find the average marks of the remaining students. So how much students are remaining? So 30 students remaining, right? So what we will do is, we have the full cumulative marks and we have the cumulative marks of the half. So what we can do is 65 into 60 minus 30 into 85. Okay, this will give us the remaining students cumulative mark, and what we do is we divide it by 30 to get the average marks of the remaining students. Okay, so dividing it by 30, what we have is, we can take 30 common from the numerator, and what we are left with is 65 into 2 minus 85, right? So whole by 30 into 30. So 30 will get cancelled out, and what we are left with is 130 minus 85. So this will be what? So this will be equal to, so 90 will be 40, so 45. So 45 will be the correct answer. Okay, so option B is the correct one. 65, 55 and 35. These are all wrong answers. Okay, so let's go forward with a step-by-step solution. And this question has been asked in SSC CGL second sitting 2016. Okay, so total students are 60. So 30 into 85 plus 30x whole by 60 is equal to 65. Okay, so 30x is equal to 65 into 60 minus 30 into 85. So 30x is equal to what? 3900 minus 2550. So x will be equal to what? 3050 by 30. Okay, so x is equal to 45 here. So 45 is the correct answer. Okay, this can be also using the assumption method, that is 30 into x. Okay, here x was assumed to be the remaining average marks of the remaining students. Okay, so let's see problem number 4. So visitor of a show were charged 15 rupees each on the first day. Okay, on the first day what they were done was, they were charged 7 rupee and 50. Okay, on the second day it was, okay, they were charged 15 on the first day and 750 on the second day and 250 on the third day. Okay, and the total attendance on the 3 days were in the ratio 2:5:13 respectively. Okay, so the average charge per person for the entire 3 days is what? Is it 5 rupees, 5.5 rupees, 7 rupees, or 6 rupees? Okay, so this question has been asked in SSC CGL second sitting 2016 paper. So let the attendance on the 3-day be 2x, 5x, and 13x. Okay, so what we can do is total charges is equal to 15 into 2x, 7.50 into 5x, 2.50 into 13x to get the total charges. That will be equal to what? 30x plus 37.5x plus 32.5x. So these two cumulatively are 70x and this is 30x. So the whole will be 100x. So how we calculate average? We will take numerator as the total charges and denominator as the total number of people. That was assumed to be 2x, 5x and 13x on the first, second and third day respectively. So it will be what? 100x by 2 plus 2x plus 5x is equal to 7x plus 13x is equal to 20x, right? So x cancels out. 20 into 5 is equal to 100. So this is equal to 5 rupees. Okay, so 5 rupees is the average that was charged on every ticket for the whole 3 days. Okay, so 5 rupees is the correct answer. So option A is the correct one. These are all wrong. 6 rupees wrong, 5.5 rupees wrong, and 7 rupees wrong. Okay, so the only correct answer here is 5. So let's see problem number 5. So at an average of 80 km per hour, Shatabdi Express reaches Ranchi from Kolkata in 7 hours. Okay, so we know the speed distance formula, that is speed is equal to distance by time, right? So given to us that speed is this much and time taken is this much. So distance is equal to what? So distance is equal to speed into time. So speed is given to us as 80 and time is 7. So 560. Okay, so this much amount of kilometer is the distance in kilometers. Okay, so the distance between Kolkata and Ranchi is 560 kilometers. So option A is correct one. 560 meter is wrong because here everything is written in kilometer and hours, and so there will be no conversion from kilometer to meter. Okay, so it will be 560 kilometer. 506 is wrong. 650 is also wrong. Okay, so let's go forward the step-by-step solution. So distance is equal to speed into time. Okay, so 80 into 7 is equal to 560 kilometers. So we have got the answer. So let's go forward with problem number 6. The average of 100 observation was calculated to be 35, and it was actually found later that one of the observation was measured as 83 instead of 53. So the input would have been for the average was 83, but it should have been 53. So the correct average will be what? Okay, so this question has been asked in SSC CGL first sitting 2016 paper. Okay, so let's say you have 100 observations. Okay, let's say A1 plus A2 plus plus A100. Okay, this much by 100 is equal to what? So the average was found to be 35, right? But let's say the 100th observation was actually measured as 83 instead of 53. So let's write down 83 here. So A1 plus A2 plus A9 99 plus 83 whole by 100. Okay, so this is equal to what? A1 plus A2 plus A99 whole by 100 plus 83 by 100 is equal to 35. So this implies that A1 plus A2 plus A99 whole by 100 is equal to 35 minus 83 by 100. Okay, so what it should have been is 53, right? So A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus A99 plus 53 by 100 is the correct observation. Okay, for the number average. Okay, so what we can write here is, we can write this is equal to A1 plus A2 plus plus A99 whole by 100 plus I can write 53 by 100, right? So this will be also correct answer. So we have evaluated this part from here and we will put it in there. Okay, so this will be equal to what? So this will be equal to 35 minus 83 by 100 plus 53 by 100. So this will be equal to what? 35, okay, 100, okay, let it be plus 100. So 53 minus 83. This will be 35 minus 30 by 100. Okay, so it will be 34.7. So 34.7 is the correct answer. These are all wrong answers. Okay, so let's go forward with the step-by-step solution. So average of difference. Okay, so this has been done in method 1. Okay, we have also previously done it in this method. So this is method 2. This is the formula method. Okay, so average of difference is equal to 83 minus 53 by 100. So it will be 30 by 100 is equal to 0.3. So correct average will be 35 minus 0.3 is equal to 34.7. That is the option number B we have told here. So this is the correct answer. Okay, these are all wrong answers. 36.7, 35.7, 32.7. So let's go forward with problem number 7. So the average of 13 results is actually 70. Okay, so cumulative score is equal to 70 into 13, right? So the average first 7 is 65. Average of the first 7 is 65 and that of the last 7 is 75. So the 7th result is what? Okay, so total number of, so first 7. Okay, so let the terms be A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus dot 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 plus A7. Okay, then plus A8 plus dot 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 plus A13. Okay, this is how they are here. Okay, so this implies that given that A1 plus A2 plus dot 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 plus A7 whole by 7 is equal to, given to us that it is 70. Okay, so let the 7th term be A7, right? So this implies that A1 plus A2 plus dot 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 plus A6 by 7 plus A7 by 7 is equal to 70. Okay, so this implies that 70 minus A7 by 7 is equal to A1 plus A2 plus dot 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 plus A6 by 7. Okay, and it was given that the last 7, average of the last 7 is 75. So we can also say that, so A8 plus A9 plus dot 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 plus A13 by 7 will be equal to what? Equal to 75 minus A7 by 7, right? So this implies that what we can get from 1 and 2 is, we have a common term in this. Okay, this as the common term. Okay, if we add 5 from here and 5 here, these two terms will be equal, right? So this is equal to A1 plus A2 plus dot 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 plus A6, okay, whole by 7 plus 5 is actually equal to A8 plus A9 plus dot 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 plus A13 by 7. Okay, so this is equal to what? This implies that these all are equal to, so it will be what? So what we want to know is, we want to know the 7th result. What is the 7th result? Okay, so let's see. Sum of the 13 results is equal to 9, 10. Sum of the 7 results is 4, 5, 5. Sum of the last 7 results is 5, 2, 5. So the 7th result will be this much minus this, that is equal to 70, because the 7th result is repeated twice. Okay, so if we minus the whole cumulative sum, then what we are left with is only the 7th term. Okay, so let's go forward with problem number 8. So the average of some natural number is 15. If 30 is added to the first number and 5 is subtracted from the last number, average becomes 17.5. Okay, so the number of natural numbers is it 20, 30, 15 or 10? So the average of some natural numbers is 15. Okay, so let number of indexes or the number of natural numbers, okay, is equal to x. So cumulative sum is equal to 15 into x, right? So if 30 is added to the first number and 5 is subtracted from the last number, the average becomes 75. Okay, then the number of natural numbers is what? So this question has been appeared in SSC Sub Inspector 2015 exam. So let the number of natural numbers be x. So 15x plus 30 minus 5 is equal to 17.5x. So 25 is equal to 2.5x. So x is equal to 10, right? So x is equal to 10 right here. So 10 natural numbers must be there. So 10 is the correct answer. Okay. And 30, 15, these are all wrong answers. Okay. 20 is also wrong. So let's go forward with problem number 9. So what is the arithmetic mean of the first 20 odd natural numbers? Okay. Is it 17, 19, 22 or 20? So this question has been appeared in SSC CGL first sitting 2015 paper. Okay. So 20th natural last odd number is equal to 1 plus 20 minus 1 into 2, that is equal to 39. So arithmetic mean of the odd number will be what? N plus 1 by 2, right? So it will be 40 by 2 is equal to 20. So let's see problem number 10. So if 3 years age is the average age of a family of 5 members, okay? So cumulative sum is equal to what? 5 into 3 is equal to 15 years, right? No, it is told to us that 17 years. Okay. So a baby has been born and the average age of the family is the same today. So the present age of the baby is what? Is it first 1 year, 1.5 year, 3 year, 2 year or what? Okay. Let's see the proper answer. Which of the among these 4 is actually the correct answer? So this question has been appeared in SSC CHSL 2014 paper. Okay, so let's go forward with the step-by-step solution. So let the total age of the family be S years. Okay, so 3 years age, total age was 3 years before. Total age was S minus 3 into 5 is equal to S minus 15. Okay, so S minus 15 by 5 is equal to what? 17. This was what? Given to us because their average age is 17. Okay, so S is equal to 17 into 5 plus 15. That is equal to 100 years. So let the present age of the baby be X years. So S plus X by 6 is equal to 17. So 100 plus X is equal to 17 into 6. So 102 minus 100 is equal to what? 2 years. So the age of baby will be 2 years. This is the correct answer here. All the other are incorrect. Okay. So let's see problem number 11. A boy found out that the average of 20 numbers is actually 35. So when he writes a number 61 instead of 16, the correct average of 20 numbers is what? Is it 37.25? Is it 32.75? Is it 34.75 or 34.25? Okay. He found out that the average of 20 numbers. Okay. Let those numbers be what? A1 plus A2 plus dot 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 plus A20, right? So their average is equal to whole by 20 is equal to 35. So when he writes a number 61 instead of 16, the correct average of 20 numbers is what? Okay. So let the 20th number be what? That number that was misread or miswritten. Okay. So it will be equal to A1 plus dot 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 plus. It was written 61, right? So 61. Okay. Whole by 20 is equal to 35. This is what given to us. So this implies that A1 plus A2 plus dot 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 plus A19 whole by 20 is equal to 35 minus 61 by 20, right? So given to us that if 16 was written, that is the correct one, then what would have been the answer? So this implies that A1 plus A2 plus dot 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 plus A19 by 20 plus 16 by 20 is equal to what? It will be equal to, because we know this term, so this will be equal to 35 minus 61 by 20 plus 16 by 20. So this will be actually equal to what? 35 minus. So by subtracting 16 from 61, what we are left with is 45, right? Minus 45 by 20. So this will be what? This will be 9 by 4. So this is equal to, so 9 by 4 is equal to nothing but this is equal to 2 and 4.5 here. So this is equal to 35 minus 2.25. Okay. So this is equal to what? 32.75, right? 32.75. That is the option number A is actually correct. These are all wrong options right here. Okay, so let's go forward with the step-by-step solution. And this question has been appeared in SSC Sub Inspector Exam 2014. So sum of the first 20 numbers is equal to what? So this has been done by method 1. If you can remember, we have done all these kind of problem in using two methods. Okay, using method 1 and method 2. This is method 2, right? So sum of the 20 numbers is equal to 20 into 35 is equal to what? 700, right? So sum of 20 numbers when 61 is replaced by 16 is equal to 700 minus 61 plus 60 is equal to 655. So correct average of 20 numbers is equal to 655 by 20 is equal to 32.75. Okay, so this will be the correct answer. So let's go forward with problem number 12. So the average height of 8 students is equal to 152 centimeter. Two more students of height 144 centimeter and 155 centimeter joined the group. Okay, then what is the new average height? So this question has been appeared in SSC Multitasking 2014 paper. Okay, so is it 151.5 or is it 151, 152.5 or 150.5 or 151 centimeter? Okay, so total height of 8 students is equal to 8 into 152 is equal to 1216 centimeter. Total height of 10 students is equal to what? 1216 plus 144 plus 155 centimeter, that is equal to 1515 centimeter. So new average will be 1515 by 100 by 10 is equal to 151.5 centimeter. So this will be the correct answer. So 151.5 centimeter is the only correct answer. These are all wrong answers. Okay, so 151.5 is the correct answer. So let's see the problem number 13. So the average of the first 100 positive integers is what? 100, 51, 50.5 or 49.5. We know that the sum of first 100 positive integer is equal to what? It is n into n plus 1 by 2. Here n is equal to 100. So this will be equal to 100 into 101 by 2. This is the cumulative sum. Okay, what we have to do is we have to divide it by 100, right? So dividing it by 100, what we are left with is 1015 by 2 is equal to 50.5. So 50.5 will be the correct answer. So if you could remember, Sn is equal to 1 plus 2 plus dot 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 plus n. That is sum of first n natural numbers. So we have already defined this formula previously in previous lectures. Okay, so you can find it there. So using this formula, what we can do is we can find the cumulative sum of the first 100 non-negative integers or the natural numbers. Okay, so it will be equal to 100 into 101 by 2. Okay, so to find out their average, we have to divide by 100, right? So dividing by 100, we get 100 and 100 cancelled out from the numerator of in 100 and denominator 100. Okay, so what we are left with is 101 by 2 is equal to 50.5. So 50.5 in the C option is actually the correct one. 51 is wrong, 49.5 is wrong, and 100 is also wrong. Okay, so this question has been appeared in SSC CGL first sitting of 2010 paper. Okay, this was a very basic question. Okay, so these kind of questions are very general or standard in this kind of exams. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you.